Okay, fine. Right. What is the advantage of framework? Right. What is the advantage of framework creation? Right. In test engine also we have seen. Right. What is the advantages? Right. If we create the framework, what is the main advantage of why we need to create the framework? Right. We require one is the mm, reusability. Right. Reusability. Right. Main thing is reusability. Right. And then stability. Right. Stability of the scripts. Right. Right. In framework, what we can create? Right. Reusability. That means whatever we want to reuse it. Right. Instead of creating multiple types. Suppose I want to create the Selenium automation. Suppose we are doing our API automation or DB automation. Right. What is the we have to identify reusable component. Suppose we are working with now we will start with the Selenium Cucumber with the Selenium framework. Right. What is the here main thing? Driver creation. Right. If you want to automate the web application with the Selenium, main thing is driver creation. Right. Driver is the reusability. Right. We don't want to create multiple times. Right. We don't want to create multiple times driver object. So we have to create only one time, reuse it. Right. And then reuse it. Right. To create this framework, right, we will use the some of the OOPS concepts also. Right. We can use the encapsulation, right, polymorphism, right, method overloading, right, some of the OOPS concepts also we will use it. Right, here we will use to generate this framework Cucumber, Cucumber, right, Cucumber latest version will take. Okay, then we'll use the test engine. Right, instead of JUnit, right, we will take the test engine, so we'll get more advantages. Right, we'll use the JDK, right, JDK 21. Right, mostly we will integrate, right, if required, we'll integrate Excel also. Right, we'll see while creating, while generating. Right, here we will use the one more thing, page object model. We'll follow the page object model. Right, so that we can reuse it. Right, our page classes. Right, for this, how right our structure will be, right, our project structure will be, how to create our project structure. Right, we'll start with that. Right, I am not going in depth of the right framework. We already in test engineer in the Selenium framework. I have explained more. But just we'll just start. Right, here we'll start with the Maven project. Right, everyone knows I think how to create Maven. Right, we'll go with the okay. Click on new other Maven project. Okay, we can click on create a simple. Right, if you want to change the location, you can uncheck it. We can change the location where you want to save. Otherwise, it will save in the workspace location. Right, we'll create here com dot cucumber. Maybe I will create a cucumber test engine frame. My group ID is like like for just will give cucumber test engine framework and then just click on and just click on. Okay, fine. Right, our project is created. Next thing is what we have to add the dependencies to the POM file. Right, we want to start with the Cucumber with the Selenium and test engine. So corresponding dependencies we will add. Right, First thing is we have to create the dependencies. Right, inside dependencies, we need to add one by one dependency. Right, first thing what we require cucumber. Right, let me create it. Right, GitHub Copilot. If you integrate it, it is automatically suggesting. Right, it is automatically suggesting. If you click tab, it will automatically will come. Right, but version we need to check it. Right, latest version. Right, what is the latest version we have used? 7.27. Right. We required what are the things? Cucumber Java. One is right, one second. Cucumber Java. Right. One is Cucumber Java, and one more is Cucumber Test Engine and normal Test Engine. Right. Cucumber Test Engine and then normal Test Engine. Right. We can use the latest versions of all. Right. Cucumber Java, Cucumber Test Engine, and then Test Engine. Right. If you want to use the Selenium, right, we require a Selenium. We require Selenium. And then Surefire plugin, right? That is a okay. We'll say those things later. Sure, right? Compiler plugin. One is compiler plugin. Right. For now, just we will use a compiler plugin. Surefire plugin will add later. Okay. For now, these are the things. So going forward, we will add a few more. Right. Once you save it, it will automatically download all the latest we have added. It will download it automatically. Right. Fine. It's building the project. Just wait. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. We are able to hear you.
Okay. Okay. Fine. I think my network is something. Okay, fine. Once it is right, download. Cucumber Java, Cucumber Test Engine, Selenium, and then compiler plug. Right. Once we added, then what is the project structure we required? Next. Right. Right. Under test Java, we required a we are following page object model. So what are the packages we required? We required a pages. Right. For page classes, we required a pages. And then step definition. All right, we are following the cucumber, so we require step definitions. Adjust will get step defs. Right, if we require anything utility, right, utility classes, we can have a utility classes. And then right, if we have any constants or enum files, we can have a constants. Okay, I think these things we have to write down. Now we are dealing with the framework. So in SRC main also we will write some of the code. Right, those things we will keep it inside a SRC main Java. Constants we will keep it under SRC main Java. Utility also we will keep it under SRC main Java. Okay. In the SRC test Java, we'll make it pages step devs, and then we can create a maybe runner files. Right, if we have a user defined exception, if you want to create a user defined exception, you can create a exception package also. Right. Then under SRC test resources, we required folders, features. Right, we required a features. And then what else we required? A test data. If you want to maintain the JSON files or Excel files, right? A test data. Okay, fine. Now we'll start with the first feature file. Right, we want to start with the feature file. We'll create a file. Right, login dot feature. Right, login dot feature. Okay, fine. Then we will take the help of this GitHub Copilot. Right. Okay, we will right so that we will get idea how to use it in the real time also. Right. What we will do? Suppose I want to automate the application like a you have idea, right? Orange HRM is the famous website for the to do automation. Right. We will generate some scenarios for login here. Okay. Okay. We will ask right here ChatGPT. Right, in the agent mode, if you run in agent mode, if you ask in agent mode, automatically it will update our login dot feature. If you ask mode means you have to copy paste it. Right, just will keep it in agent mode. Then I will ask, okay, generate scenarios for Orange HRM website login. Okay, login. Okay, we'll see how it will generate. Just press enter. Okay, it's running. Right, it will run, it will generate automatically and it will also update it, our edit. See, it is updated. Right, once it is done, we have to right click on the keep. Otherwise, it will not will not be available. Right, just click on the keep and then done. Click on the done. Okay, see it is updated automatically. Right, it is updated. Right, we can also run it. Right, we can generate manually. But anyway, we will take right nowadays everyone using AI. So just will right. Now we want a step definition file. Right. We will ask. Right. We will ask generate step definition file under package. Right. Steps. Right. Okay. Press enter. Right. Just to verify once it is after generating, right, we should in real this is a normal project, that's fine, no need to verify it, but in real time we have to cross check whether it is generated correctly or see under step definition it is generated login steps file. Okay, keep it done. Okay, and we will also we require a runner file, right? We require a runner file also. So generate runner file. Right, just I will give that. I will not say any package. We'll see whether it will generate automatically in the runner package or not. Right, it is automatically recognized that runner package and generated inside a runner package this class also. Okay. Just click on the keep and click on that. Okay, fine. Just we'll see whether it is working fine or not. Right, it is extends abstract test ng cucumber test because we want to use the test ng, right? It is automatically extends the abstract cucumber, abstract test ng cucumber tests. Right. Right click and run it. Okay, it is running fine. Right, navigating to the login page, entering valid username. Right, it is running fine. Right, next step is what? Just we have created one future file. Right, it is showing some yellow colors. Right, just right click, run as, do the install, Maven install. Right, so that it will generate a class file and it will recognize it. Okay, just refresh it. Okay, see now it is those yellow marks are not there. Right, you can click control and then press enter. It will go to that step. Right, it will go to that step. Right, if you want to verify the steps, what we can have a dry run also. Right, if you want to verify all the steps are generated or not, we can keep it as a dry run. By default, it is a false. If you want to verify whether all are generated or not, we can keep it as a dry run true. Right, if we keep it dry run true, it will not run any test cases. Just it will verify whether all the steps are available or not. Right, just it will provide. Right, it will verify. Okay, these are all steps are available. Right, don't forget to make it as a false. Otherwise, that will get issues. Just make it as a false. Then only it will run our actual scenarios. Okay. Next step is what? Right, we want to. Right, we want to automate. Right, we want to automate this login page. Right, we want a locators for it. Right. Then we'll ask GitHub Copilot only. Right. Okay. Generate login page. Using right page object model. We'll say. I think everyone aware of it. Page object model. What is the advantage of it? Right. We are segregating pages separately. Future file that step definition file separately. So that right it is generated. Right. We can. This is the without. This is only page object model without a page factory. Right. Right, but we required a with page factory. Right, we required with page factory at the rate find by. Right. Keep this done it. Right, that's fine. Anyway, you will right. Just how to use. I am telling how to use this GitHub Copilot. Suppose you want to update this file. All right. Uh, okay. Modify locators by using. Okay, we'll say at the rate find. At the rate find by. Okay, it is editing. See, it is editing the login page. Right, it is updated. Right, just it will show like a GitHub how it will show. Right, if you have an idea about the Git, right, Git it will show same way, differences. If you want, keep it, keep on. Right, it is generated login page simply. Right. Now all the reusable things where we will write. Right, we will create a base page. Right, we'll create a base page and we have to, you want to do the enter text, click button, all the reusable methods, right? We will write in the base page, right? Not in every page class, not in every page class, we will not write. So what we will do, we'll ask generate a base page and include uh, reusable methods, right? Reusable methods like enter text, and click methods, right? And add, right? We'll say and add exception handling and synchronization. Synchronization, that is explicit wait. Maybe we'll say explicit wait for those methods. Right, whatever terminology, no need to give, it will automatically recognize the terminologies. Right, no need to worry about the English sentences. Just type whatever you want. So it is generated a base page. Right, we'll see what it is. There are some methods that is fine. Okay, it is generated base page and then method. Right, it is generated a synchronization. Okay. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, now okay, sir. Now okay.
Okay. Yeah, fine. Right, we'll keep it base page in the SRC main Java. All right, we'll create an under SRC
Sir,
main Java.
we are not
Screen
able to
not
see the
sharing.
screen, sir.
Oh, okay. Network issues. Okay, fine then. Right, we'll create a base package. Right, we'll create one package like a base package. We'll keep just base here. Okay, fine. We can delete this default package. Right, all the framework level things. That means only one-time activities we will write under SRC main Java. Right, one-time activities all we will write under SRC main Java. Right, but why pages it came here? Okay, we have to pages. We have to keep it under SRC test Java only. Because right, we will write a multiple pages, not only. Okay, fine. Our page class we have created login page. It will extend base page. Get all the reusable concept. That is inheritance, right? Inheritance concept. Right. We need to call here from the child class. Just we need to call in the constructor super. Right. We have to call the super of driver in the base page. What will happen? It will initialize here. It will initialize here. Here we need to call page factory dot init elements. We are using the page factory. So to initialize the locators, we have to call. This is important step in the page factory. Page factory dot init elements. Then only these locators will initialize. Otherwise, it will initialize with null. It will initialize with null. Right, and also we will create a one more method driver. Right, get driver method to for all the child classes. It will be visible. Right, we'll make it as a private variables only. Right, these private variables, then methods will be public. That simply is just a simple methods we have created here in the base page constructor, and we are initializing this driver and then page factory dot init elements. Then next methods, reusable methods to enter the text what we require. We require a locator and then text locator. Sometimes, right, these are all bilocators, right? But currently we have what web elements, right? We have a web elements, right? We require a web elements, right? Methods with web element. Right. For that, what we require, we need to overloading concept, right? Method overloading. We require a web element here. Right. We require a web element. Right. Then we will also wait for the element. How to wait for the element here? It is the indicator. Just we will change this to wait for element using web element. Right. We can method overloading concept. Method names will be same, but arguments will be different. Here, what we have to write? Right, visibility of. Then we can call this method here. That's just a method overloading concept. Fine. And then click method. All right, if you want to, that we require a with web element. Right. Required with web element. So just change it. Right. Method overloading concept. Right. One is inheritance we have used. One is method overloading and then encapsulation. Encapsulation is what? Wrapping up of the data members and methods into a single unit is called a encapsulation. Here encapsulation means our page classes. Right. We are writing only right login page related locators and then corresponding methods. Right here, what we have to do, right? Just we need to change it, right? We already have a reusable methods, right? Just we can write a you can write a method like login method. Okay, public void log. Then we will pass the username password and then it will enter the username, enter password and then click. But we already have a method, so just don't write again and again. Let's remove this. Enter text. We have a method called right enter text. Enter text, username, password, and then click. Right. It is once you write reusable methods in the base page, right? It will be very easy. Right after that, it is very easy to write the code. Right. Just we need to call those methods simply. Right. Why it is generated again? Okay. That individual methods we don't require. If we require, we can keep it. Some people will write for each field individual methods and then make it a call. Right, that is the based on the project how we will write. That we can write a single method for the log. Okay, fine. And now we have created login page. Now how to write call this actually means we will create the object in the login test, right? We will create a login test and there. But here we have to follow the step definition, right? Here we have to follow the step definition. Right, then, okay, we have to integrate login page here. Right now, just we'll ask right here, GitHub Copilot, we will ask, right, right, call login page, right, login page methods in login steps. Right, just what it will do, it will create the object and it will call the methods in this step definition file. Okay, just keep, click on the keep and then done. Okay, what it is saying, first it is created a driver object. We will see driver object how to create a reusable. For now, it is created inside a first step. Right, created a driver and then object created the login page object. Then here enter a valid username password. Right. If we have a steps like this, right, enter valid credentials, enter invalid credentials, then we require a individual methods. Right. If we have like this, we cannot write. It's somewhat difficult here. Right. Then we need a segregation in that case. Right. We will keep these also. Right. Okay, fine. Enter username, password, click on login. Okay, fine. Enter username, password or invalid username, password. These are all negative scenarios. Right, leaves empty. Then click on the login button. Once, right, we have a click on login button, user should be redirected to the dashboard page. Right, should some validation, right? Some validation, right? If it is the negative scenario, it should show some error message, right? It should show some error message, right? What is the feature file we have? User is on the login page, right? User enters valid username password, then click on the login button, then user will be redirected to. We have to write login page methods also to support these steps. Right. If we write, right, first we have written everything under single method, right? Then it will be, right, we have to reduce the steps also. Right. So it's better always write the clear steps and, right, instead of writing everything under, we will follow this one. Right. So that tomorrow, if you want to change anything, it will not impact anything. Right. If you write a, there is a, if you write everything in one say one method, we have advantages and disadvantages. Right. If we have like the segregation, isolation of each method, right, it will looks like we have to write multiple methods, but handling is very easy. Handling is very easy, right? Tomorrow, if you want to new locator is came, just will create a new method. We no need to touch it anything. Right? If it is a reusable method, what will happen? Right? If it is a reusable method to integrate the new locators, right? We have to write if and conditions. Right, that will become little clumsy, and because of one change, may it will fail other test cases. If you write like that, we have to write multiple methods, but it is a clear isolation. That means if you write, if you change future, if you want to add any locators, that we can create simple methods. Call those methods in the step definition. Right, it will not affect the existing. That is the time saving. That is the right. Right, in the future, what maintenance should be very easy. Right. Tomorrow, today you are creating test cases means we have to think about the future. Right. After 100 test cases, if you want to change single change, if you say this single change will take one day to fix it, because of that single change, I don't know which test cases will affect. Right. That is not acceptable. Right. So we have to follow the clear isolation so that right, it will maintenance will be very easy, right? It will not affect anything, right? That we have to say. If anyone asks like that, why you are writing like this, you can write a single method, reusable method. Wherever required, we will write it, but right, some cases we cannot. In this case, right, we cannot write it because we have a positive and negative scenarios. So it's always better to have a separate methods for each, so that it will be very easy, right? And also, okay, that is fine. Right now, if we run it, right, simply just a simple login we have created. Okay, fine. What it is running successful login with valid credentials. Right. In Selenium 4, we no need to use system.set property or WebDriver manager. We don't require. Selenium itself has a Selenium manager. It will automatically right download the drivers and then it will open the browser. We no need to set anything. Okay. It will, okay, fine. Just it will open the browser and then enter. Just wait. I think my network is very slow. Okay, fine. Just it will enter the username. Let me connect to Wi-Fi it again. See it connect. Okay, fine. Okay, it will work fine now. I have connected to Wi-Fi. Sometimes application may also slow. Right, this application will use by a lot of people. Right, we may say. Hmm, let me stop it. Run it again. Oh, website issue or my network issue? Something is working fine. Look at this website. Okay, I think Selenium website is responding very slow. That's what. That is fine. Right, just we have created a login page, and then in the step definition file, we have called in the login steps all the methods of those login method. Right, we have created the driver and then created an object. But this is not the good practice, right? In the framework level, if you want for each and every step definition, we cannot create a driver. Right, each and every step definition, we cannot write the driver. Right, we have to write a reusability. We have to use the reusable concept. Right, for that, what we can do, right, we can create a, in the util, maybe util called driver util. Okay, maybe driver util. Right, here what we will do, we'll create a method, right, public static initialize the driver. Okay, then return the driver. Right, we'll implement this, right, we'll implement this later. Just we'll create a simple driver factory, or otherwise we'll create like it is a driver factory. Okay, instead of a driver util, driver factory. Factory means if anything is generating a some product, right? We'll call it as a factory. Here it will generate a driver, Chrome driver, Firefox, Edge, right? Those. Then how to call this? Instead of this, we will call it as a driver factory dot create driver. We have to update it. We will slowly do one by one. After step definition. Here what we will do. Okay, we'll get it. Fine. Then close also, right? We have to, when we have want to close it, driver, or after each scenario, right? For each scenario, we want to open the driver and the close it. Right, we want to close it. We can also follow the hooks concept. Right, we'll see that later. Just for now, just create driver, and in the now here what we have done in the last step, we have to close it. Each and every last step, right? Each scenario last step, I have to close it. Right, it is very difficult, right? If we have a step definition going forward increasing 10, 20, 30, it's very difficult. Tomorrow you want to modify this code, we have to change in a lot of places. Right, if you write like this, tomorrow any change we want to remove all this, right? Multiple files we have to change it. That we have to remove any code, not only this code. Whenever you are writing a repeated code, if you want to change that, it will take a lot of time, right? Repeated code, if you don't write a reusable logic, it will take a lot of time to changes, right? That is okay. For now, we have created driver factory. Just create it and return it. Okay. Now, but what is the disadvantages of here? What is the disadvantage? But here also, what we are doing, whenever we will call this method, it is creating a right a new driver. Right, it is creating a new driver. That is fine. We required for each and every scenario, we want a new driver. Right. This scenario, I want a new driver. This scenario for each, mostly each and every scenario will have a common. This one user is on the login page. Right. This is the common. So this is the first step for all the scenarios mostly. Right. So it will create a driver separately for each and every scenario. It will create driver separately for each and every. But only closing we don't know, right? What is the common step to close? Either we have to write the separate step to close the driver. But instead of that, what we will do, we will create the hooks. That will create the hooks that will see under SRC main Java. We'll create the hooks. Here, what we will do, we'll create the flags, right? Hooks. Okay, here we will create at the rate after. Okay, here we will close that driver. Driver factory dot something quit driver. Right, we have to create the method in the driver factory dot quit method. But how it will quit the driver then? Right, we have to keep it as a instance variable. If we are inside a static method, we cannot use non-static. Right, so we have to make it as a static. Right, we'll see there are a disadvantages. Right, we'll see those. Driver dot quit. Right, it will initialize the driver and then it will quit the driver. But before quitting, we have to verify if condition. Right, otherwise what will happen? Suppose this object is null, we will get null pointer. Right, if it is not equal to null, then only quit, close the browser. Right, otherwise don't close it. Okay, fine. Then we are calling in the hooks, this is close. So that after method will call each and every after method. Right, it will call after execution of the scenario, it will call automatically. So we don't need to call in the last steps, we no need to call quit method. We no need to call. Right, we no need to call. Is it working website now? I think still it is not. No. Okay, that's fine. No issues. We'll see tomorrow also. Right. For now, what we have created a Maven project, and then we have included the dependencies Cucumber Java, Cucumber TestNG, and then TestNG, Selenium Java, and then plugin, compiler plugin. These are the dependencies and then plugin we have added. And then after that, first step, what we have done, we have created the structure. We have created the structure of the framework. Right. Whatever reusable code we have to create under SRC main Java, base package, constant, exception, hooks, and then utility. Right. pages, SRC test Java, we required a pages because these are all constantly changing. Pages, runner files, and the step definition files. These are all constantly will change. So these are all related to SRC test Java. Resources, test data, feature files, and then test data. Right. Other than under SRC test resources, what type of data we will write? Other than Java files, right? Feature files, JSON files, Excel files, or any other file. Other than Java, we will keep it under SRC test resources. Right. Next, we have created the step definition file, and then login page, and then we have created a base page reusable methods for all the child classes, right? Child page classes. Right, then we have called created a login page object, and then we have called here in the first, right, in the first step we have to create, no, for all the steps we no need to create the login page object. In the first step only we have to create this login page object, right? Okay, fine. Tomorrow then we will see more enhancements on top of it, right? We'll see what are the issues we will get while execute. If we execute, we will get to know what are the issues, right? We will get some issues, how to fix those issues, how to write a more reusable code, right? We'll start tomorrow. Just to practice it, right? Just to try to practice it so that I will get more knowledge, right? Practice it. Any doubts? Anyone has any questions? Okay, fine. If we don't have anything, we'll meet tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for joining.